Okay, I'm going to show you how to do the wideband here with the slip, the garter slip chain done 3 times on the 60 peg loom. And I'm going to kind of show you how to go about attaching your panels to make the capelet. So again, we're working with a 4-row pattern. And I'm using a 60 peg loom, and I'm going to be working flat, and I'm going to ear up cast on all the pegs. Okay, to start off, get our first row ready, we're going to ear up 8 pegs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we're going to purl 1, ear up 2, purl 1, ear up 2, purl 1, ear up 2, purl 1. Now you're going to ear up 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Purl 1, ear up 2, purl 1, ear up 2, purl 1, ear up 2, purl 1, ear up 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, purl 1, ear up 2, purl 1, ear up 2, purl 1, ear up 2, purl 1, and then ear up 8. Now this is the row that just got us started. This next row on, so the next 4 rows are the rows you will be repeating. This is just to get you started. Okay, so now we're going to be starting with our first row of our 4-row set. So here's row 1. Purl 8, And then you're going to purl 1. Then you're going to skip 2. 1, 2. Purl 1. E-wrap 2. Purl 1. Skip 2. Purl 1. Then purl 7. Then purl 1, skip 2, purl 1, E-wrap 2, purl 1, skip 2, purl 1. Now purl 7. Purl 1, skip 2, purl 1, E-wrap 2, purl 1, skip 2, purl 1, then purl 8. Okay, now we're doing the second row of the 4-row set, and I'll let you know this. Your second and fourth row are exactly the same. So this is your second row, and this is going to be the exact same thing that you do for your fourth row. Keep that in mind. Okay, you're going to knit 8. You can U-knit, you can traditional knit, you can flat knit like I'm doing. It's up to you. It really isn't going to change it all that much. Knit 8, purl 1, E-wrap 2. Purl 1, E-wrap 2. Purl 1, E-wrap 2. Purl 1, knit 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Purl 1, knit 2, purl 1, E-wrap 2. Sorry, the previous one's an E-wrap. Purl 1, E-wrap 2, purl 1, knit 7, purl 1, E-wrap 2, purl 1, E-wrap 2, purl 1, E-wrap 2, purl 1, knit 8. Now this is row 3 of our 4-row set. And this is where we're going to add our chain in. So you're going to start off purling 8. And then you're going to purl 1, skip 2, purl 1. Now here's where we're going to learn our chain in our next 2 pegs. So what you're going to do is you're going to E-wrap chain 10 times on one peg. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then you're going to take that and you're going to decrease it to the right to the next peg, toss the bottom loop over. Then you're going to bring the original loop back on. And so it's going to be fairly easy because you're going to see this long chain, and at the top of it should be a loop, and that should be it right there. And you're going to bring and put that back on, and that's your original loop, and you will have just created a chain. Now you're going to purl 1, skip 2, purl 1, then purl 7. Now purl 1, purl 7, purl 1, skip 2, purl 1, E-wrap chain 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to pick that up, move it over to the right in the decrease, toss the bottom loop over, bring the original loop back. So the best way to do that is to shove that chain down in there, and you'll see that that is your original loop, and you're just going to bring it back on to the peg. It's the first stitch you easily see. Okay, and then you're going to purl 1, skip 2, and purl 1. Now purl 7, then purl 1, then skip 2, and purl 1. Then you're going to E-wrap chain 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pick that up, move it over to the next peg, toss the bottom loop over, move that down, and you're looking for the first stitch you see, which should be that one right there, and it'll be at the base of your chain. Sorry. The first, if I can do this, first stitch you see, which is going to be at the base of your chain, and you're going to bring that loop back up like that. Then you're going to purl 1, skip 2, purl 1, and then purl 8. Okay, and you should have 3 chains. So there's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. Now what you're going to do is you're going to repeat row 2 for row 4 to get your way back. Now at this point you're going to continue doing that big panel, and if you're doing the children's size you're going to do it 15 times. If you're doing the adult size you're going to do it 20. You're going to braid your chain on all 3. And then what you're going to do is you're going to, as you'll see here, imagine this is the opening, and you're going to sew it up this way. And you'll see here that I've actually connected my top loops at the top that are my last chains when I sewed up the center. So this is center top, and as I started from back here and worked my way front. So there is the back chain, which is your 3rd chain, and your side chains are going to go up the side of the head. And so you're going to put a seam right down the top middle. Now when you go in to sew the straight panel on that you do for the bottom part of the capelet, you're going to sew it onto the base. And how I did that was I took and sent the needle through the ridge between the bridge between the ridges and through the cast on, original cast on, and I did that all the way across, and that pretty much made it exactly even. If it's a little over, it's okay. It allows for a better clasping. I sewed me a buttonhole on one side and a button on the other side, and I sewed it right at the base of the seam right here where the 2 pieces connect, so that when you connect them, they are, there is your capelet right there. And so that's how you go about making your capelet.